Hi, this is the Voice of Heidie Calero with another economic capsule on the Puerto Rico economy, especially now that we are in an election year. Those of you who want to receive more economic news, more economic analysis, don't forget to subscribe to the Voice of Heidie Calero in YouTube. Today we're going to meditate, reflect on the discussion, the brawl, and shamelessly of the debate between President Trump and Vice President Biden, the first presidential debate. These three senior men, including the moderator, were not able to control themselves. But particularly President Trump, he respected none of the norms that his campaign had already accepted with the moderator, and he just kept bullying and just talking from the top of his head, interrupting the message of President Biden. And we lacked, all of us who saw that, who witnessed this shameless debate, really witnessed all this spewing of anger, of no message at all in terms of the economic plan that is needed for so many millions of people who are unemployed, who are just about to lose their homes, who have nothing to feed their children, who are concerned about their children going back to school. So let's look at some of the facts that President Trump was saying in order to illustrate the worth, the value of an economist checking on these statistics. This first graph depicts the GNP growth of the U.S. economy since the 1930s, since that first 3 terms of President Roosevelt when he got this economy in the Great Depression. Whatever are the columns in red, those are below 0%, they are in negative growth, and whatever is blue is above the zero line, which is positive growth. Notice that the most growth was really achieved during President Roosevelt, and even after that, all the other presidents, including Clinton, including Bush, they really grew the economy much more than what President Trump is saying that he has grown the economy. And this is through calendar year 2019. So this does not include yet, did not include the blue line, did not include the pandemic. When you include the pandemic, look at this. Negative 32%, the second quarter of the U.S. economy. And so even under President Obama, you had more economic growth than what President Trump has said. So not true. Let's look at the second fact checker that we did, and that was the creation of jobs. Again, President Trump saying he's done such a phenomenal job, which is really depicted in this job creation. Well, notice again, all the reds are the Republican presidents and the blues are the Democratic presidents. And notice the first one is President Reagan. You know, in his last 3 years, because he was there for 2 terms, President Reagan created 5.2 million jobs. 5.2 million jobs. President Bush Sr., just 1 term, 376,000 jobs. President Clinton, in his second 3 last years, 3.9 million jobs. President Bush Jr., 4.3 million jobs in 3 years, the last 3 years of his second term. Then President Obama, again, Obama captured or received this economy with the greatest depression in modern history. And look, he created 4.9 million jobs. And let's look at President Trump. From the first 3 years of his administration, not including the pandemic of 2020, he has created 4.2 million jobs. So he has not generated the most in terms of job creation. And it is worth reminding him so that he should be a little bit more fact-changing and study more what is happening even during his own administration. But why do I bring this? now to Puerto Rico's debate, because here we too have an election year, and it is important to look at economics, because economic analysis, the worth of economic analysis is that the economy puts and takes away presidents, governors, dictators. It generates jobs, it reduces jobs. Economics is really the big lever in terms of the distribution of income. Most of the problems at personal level are really generated by economic problems. So if you have a thriving economy, if you have a job, your likelihood is to have less crime and to have more of a robust economy. Well, notice Puerto Rico. Let's look at that, because I would like every politician who is aiming to really govern Puerto Rico in 2021, they should be speaking to us, and you should be demanding that they present their platform, their economic platform. Look, in 2006, that's the last year before the depression started in Puerto Rico. We've now had like 15 years of economic depression. You know how long it takes us to really go back to that level? If we were to grow at 1%, and nobody's saying that we are having 1% real growth, it takes us 20 years, if consistently, every year, from now until the next 20 years, we grow even at 1%. If we were to grow at 3.3%, it would take us 6 years to return more or less to close to the levels of 2006. And if we were following the forecast of the PROMESA oversight board, I won't even tell you how many years it would take us to really regain the levels of pre-depression in Puerto Rico. So again, it's important. I know that crime, I know that violence against women, I know those are all important topics, but focus on what is the economic plan. How are you going to generate the jobs necessary? And how close is Puerto Rico going to be to that platform of that economic plan of whoever is going to be the next president of the United States? Until the next capsule.